Welcome back once again to the Divine Journey into Bhagavad Gita. Today, as we have completed all shlokas from the chapter 1, I want to give a brief overview on what happened in chapter 1. Our journey is not into Kurukshetra, it is into our own hearts. Though the spiritual essence of chapter 1 Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, at first glance, it appears to be the scene of war, bloodshed and family conflict. But spiritually, this chapter is a mirror showing us the battle that rages within us between our higher self and our lower impulses, between duty and emotion, between clarity and confusion. As the chapter opens, King Dhritarashtra, the blind king, asks Sanjaya to narrate what is happening on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. But this isn't just a physical field. Kurukshetra is our own life. And Dhritarashtra's blindness represents our spiritual ignorance, the unwillingness to see the truth. Sanjaya represents divine insight, the inner voice that can still speak to us when we all seems lost. As the armies line up, Arjuna, the great warrior, asks Krishna to take his chariot to the center of Kurukshetra battlefield. But once he sees his family, friends, teachers, he is overcome, his hand trembles, his bow slips and the tears fill his eyes. Arjuna, the hero, breaks down. But there is the twist. This breakdown is the divine. What Arjuna experiences is not weakness. It is the awakening of higher conscience. Until now, he has lived by external dharma, fighting battles, winning wars, proving his strength. But for the first time, his inner dharma, his soul speaks. He questions, what is the use of killing my kin? What joy lies in a kingdom, in a victory, if it costs my own peace? He throws down his weapons. He sits down silent, disturbed, empty. And in that silence, his inner conscience speaks. Chapter 1 is not a war story. It is the moment when a person realizes that success without soul is hollow. That victory without values is meaningless. This is the crisis of consciousness we all face. In career, in relationships, in society, it is the moment when ego bows to soul. We often run away from the sadness, confusion, doubt, but Arjuna teaches us despair can be a doorway. When everything we stood for, ambition, power, pride, begins to collapse, we discover what really matters. Truth, purpose, connection, inner peace. His sorrow is not weakness. It is compassion, conscience and soul awareness waking up. This is what chapter 1 teaches us. This is why chapter 1 is called Vishada Yoga, the yoga of despair. Because even pain, when seen with awareness, become a path to spiritual transformation. It is the alignment of our spirit with the truth. And that journey always begins in chaos. And what happened next? When Arjuna let go of pride, Krishna begins to speak, not just as friend, but as the voice of divine self within. This is the ultimate teaching of chapter 1. When your mind is noisy, the divine is silent. But when your mind is silent, the divine begins to speak. So if you are feeling lost, confused, anxious, maybe you are not breaking down. You are breaking open. Open to your truth. Open to your inner guide. Open to your dharma. Let Arjuna breakdown be your breakthrough. Let this chapter remind you the battlefield is not outside, it is within. And every war begins in pain but ends in wisdom when we surrender to the soul. Thanks for listening. Let the Gita not just be a scripture but a reflection of your own inner journey. Jai Sri Krishna.